Okay, so in this video, guys, we're going to focus on the strategies inside the market structure. As you guys know, we have the price action settings like show forex sessions, breakout structure, fair value gap, support and resistance structure, show mini trend, bias, supply and demand, higher time frame candlesticks. So a little bit about the strategies. A lot of people hate indicators because they don't like stuff like 200 EMA moving averages, crossovers, or RSI, or some type of oscillator, right? And the reason they don't like it is because they are lagging indicators. They're great for confirmations, but they're not good for they're good for confirmations or good for confluence, but they're not good for a strategy. Why? Because it can be extremely late. So I'm going to just give you an example before I get into this indicator. So let's just use one of my old indicators I made years ago, right? That way I can just talk about myself and not talk about other people's indicators. So this isn't a bad indicator, right? It tells you when to sell, tells you when to buy. It's great. But the issue with this is since it lags, say these are really good right here, but right here it starts to like where it ping pongs, right? And that's where you got to be careful. And it did it right here as well. Now, this isn't a terrible indicator. Number one, because I created it. And number two, is because it's not like it doesn't become decently accurate, but it gets into these situations and it can be late on the signal. So what I like about the market structure strategies, I got two back here. It's called Breakout strategy and Liquid Sniper strategy. And the reason I like them is because they don't use lagging indicators. They use market structure. They use price action. They use different zones. They use fair value gaps. They use order blocks. They're using all kinds of things that I hard coded in here to look for the best entries. Now, are they going to win every trade? No, but the probability on gold 15 minute has been amazing, guys. It's been an amazing success. People are winning trades, and we kept it simple. So let's go over the two strategies. One is the one we already know. It's called the breakout strategy. And so the breakout strategy has something where you can choose your trade style, and it marks up the charts. And it's not one of those things where like goes ping pong. It literally goes and looks for an actual setup. And as you can see, it knocks out stop loss, TP very, very often with this indicator. And what's cool about this, guys, is that you can customize how you want it to be. You can choose, like, let's say you want to choose balance. It'll choose a better risk to reward on your behalf based off if you choose balance. If you choose runner, that means you're going to go for a higher TP. So that's like a 1 to 2. You can choose runner, which can be a 1 to 3, and so forth. And if you want, you can do like you got the dashboard. There is going to show you the dashboard. And we got full training on how to use these indicators, but they're easy. You alert yourself. It tells you when to buy and sell. On the dashboard, it's going to give you all the information on that trade. For example, let's say on this trade right here, it gives you all the information that you need. So it gives you your stop loss, TP1, TP2, TP3, direction. It even has a built-in bias mode if you scroll below, where you can turn on the bias and say, hey, look, bias, can you tell me which TP to pick? So it's going to give you the bias of letting you know what direction it's biased on. And so on a good bias, it's going to let you know, hey, you should go for the TP3. But for example, up here, it might tell you to go for a TP1 because it's the bias is not in that favor. So you're going to want to be in and out if you're going to take that trade. As you can see, it says TP1. So again, you can do a lot of different things. Now, this other one is just as amazing. It's called and the extra, I forgot to show you about the extra confirmation before I go into the Liquid Sniper. The extra confirmation will make it even more strict on the trades. So it's going to be even less trades. So if you're looking for even more strict trades, and you see, it's way less trades now, then you can add that extra confirmation. So up to you. There's a lot of those stuff that's built in it. Now, we also have one called the Liquidity Sniper. And this one is very, very accurate. If not as accurate, it's pretty much close. I'm not sure which one's more accurate. Some people are going to like this one. Some people are going to like the breakout. And this just uses pure liquidity to look for some dope trades. You can see it hit TP3 like it was nothing. It lost that trade. It hit TP, and look, it tells you final TP1. because we only went for TP1. Why? Because it was not in that favor. This one was final TP1. This one was going for TP3, but it still hit TP1 and TP2. And so as you can see, guys, this is super, super accurate. So a lot of you guys are going to really love this indicator. I'm not this indicator in general, but this strategy as well. It tells you which TPs to aim for, just like the other one. It gives you the bias and the final target. So guys, this is a super accurate indicator, and you can use it for other things like these if you have different strategies. But it's definitely great for these two students. So two ways you can set these alerts up. For one is you can add alert and pick market structure, and you can choose any alert it's going to do for the breakout strategy. And if you want the liquidity sniper, you have to do a different alert and pick liquidity sniper. Now, if you want, you can just put market structure on here twice when you add it on here, and then you can just toggle between both. So we got liquidity sniper here, and then on this one I would do, let's say, the breakout dashboard right here, and now I can just turn one off over the other. So I can turn that off and allow this one to come on and so forth. So I can easily turn that on, and I can turn that on and off. So that's how I would do it, and I would just set my alerts up for both. And then whichever one you want, you'll have either liquidity alert or the breakout alert. And these are, again, both two great strategies, and it works on the 15-minute chart on gold.